Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered where it all came from? Or stood by the ocean, feeling the immense power of the waves and thought, how did this begin? The story is grander and more beautiful than you can imagine. It's a story of love, light, and life itself. Welcome to God's handiwork. Before there was a single tick of a clock, before the first star blinked in the vast expanse, there was God. Not waiting, not incomplete, but a perfect, boundless love. And out of this incredible love, he decided to create something magnificent. He began to paint his masterpiece, not on a canvas, but on the very fabric of existence. This is the story of how everything you know and see came to be. With a voice that echoed through the void, God spoke the first words of creation. Let there be light. And in an instant, a brilliant, pure light shattered the darkness. It was the first dawn, the beginning of days and nights. God saw this light, this radiant new thing, and he declared, "It is good." This wasn't just a casual observation. It was a declaration of purpose, of beauty, of perfection. Light was the first brushstroke in his grand design. Next, God separated the waters, creating a vast expanse above, a breathtaking sky that we now call heaven. Then he gathered the waters below, and dry land appeared. Imagine the scene. For the first time, solid ground emerged from the endless sea. God wasn't finished. He sculpted mountains that reached for the heavens, carved valleys where rivers would soon flow, and smoothed out vast plains. The earth was no longer a formless mass. It was a structured, beautiful world ready for life. And again, God looked at his work, the sky, the sea, the land, and he saw that it was good. But a world of just rock and water is quiet. So God spoke again, and life burst forth. The land became a vibrant carpet of green. Grass, herbs, and all sorts of plants sprouted from the soil. Towering trees grew, their branches reaching upward, with seeds inside them to ensure that life would continue, generation after generation. The world was now filled with color and fragrance. Picture the first flower blooming, the first tree bearing fruit. Creation was beginning to sing a symphony of life, and God smiled at the flourishing beauty. He saw that it was good. Then God turned his attention to the heavens. He created two great lights. A greater light to rule the day, our sun, flooding the world with warmth and energy, and a lesser light to govern the night, the moon, a gentle guardian in the darkness. And as if that wasn't enough, he scattered the stars across the night sky like a handful of brilliant diamonds. These weren't just for decoration, they were for signs, for seasons, for days, and for years. They became our cosmic clock, a celestial calendar guiding time itself. Look up tonight, and remember that each star was placed with intention, and God saw that it was good. The stage was set, but it was still quiet, so God filled the waters and the sky. Let the waters teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth. Suddenly, the seas were alive with creatures of every shape and size, from the smallest fish to the great sea monsters. The sky was filled with the flutter of wings and the sound of birdsong. The world was no longer silent. It was filled with movement, with energy, with the vibrant pulse of life. Imagine the sheer variety, the explosion of creativity. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply." Life was meant to flourish, and of course God saw that it was good. Next, God turned to the land he had so carefully prepared. He said, "Let the land produce living creatures." And so it did. Livestock, creatures that creep along the ground, and wild animals of every kind appeared. From the mighty lion to the humble ant, each was crafted with unique purpose and design. The earth was now teeming with a beautiful and diverse community of creatures, each playing its part in this grand ecosystem. The masterpiece was nearing its completion, every detail perfect, every element in harmony. And God looked upon all the creatures of the land, and he saw that it was good. Everything was in place. The light, the sky, the land, the seas, the plants, the sun, moon, stars, the birds, the fish, and the animals. A perfect world, a beautiful home. But there was one final crucial piece missing: the pinnacle of his creation. We'll explore that in our next episode. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the beginning of everything. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss what comes next. See you in the next episode of God's Handiwork.